Hey guys, it's TV here, and today we're going to talk about Klee and if you should summon her. Well, first of all, let's talk about who Klee is. Klee is a little girl from Mondstadt. Fun fact, her name is probably actually pronounced Klee, which is German and means clover. Hence her four-leaf clover design on her little dress or whatever this is, or coat, and her hat. And her entire character actually is designed with clovers. So that a little fun fact, she's a Catalyst user, and that means, as most Catalyst users, you actually have to play a little bit smarter than with your hack and play or hack and slash kind of characters. And let's talk about her talents. We're currently in the trial, as you might see, so her artifacts are completely equipped. She is going full-on attack right now, which is probably not the perfect way to play her, but it's definitely out there. But why is it not the perfect way? In my opinion, a little bit of crit is definitely something you want to do, but in this case we don't have party members, so we can't charge the party members with some energy doing crits, but that's definitely something that I would want to do. Speaking of her charged attack, which can gain elemental energy, there's I watched like a few things about Klee, and so many people have got it wrong. The way you play Klee is you kind of unlock with Jumpy Dumpty or normal attacks. You unlock those explosive sparks which will circle around Klee, and then is the time you use your charged attack, which then does 50% increased damage and doesn't cost any stamina. So that's definitely the way you want to play her. Get that explosive spark going, then use your charge attack. A lot of people are sadly doing that wrong. Her ultimate is really nice. I like when ultimates are just constant passive, constant passive damage that you don't really have to delegate too much. Not like Lisa, it's like where it's in the same spot all the time, but it is following you, just dealing damage to pretty much everyone. Her attacks are kind of AoE-ish, not kind of AoE, she's probably the AoE damage dealer in the game right now. In my opinion, attack-wise, they don't scale too crazy. They're currently on level 8 with their skills, which none of my characters have reached yet because I'm only AR 38. But yeah, not too crazy of attack damage meters or whatever, multipliers here. But her damage overall is still pretty great. However, you actually have to work for it. You don't just run in, click the freaking left button all the time and hope for the best. You actually play a little bit more with her. Another misinformation that I found on YouTube a bunch of times. All of my treasures, you do not see treasure chests on the map. All you see is resources unique to Mondstadt. So she's basically like Kiki, just in Mondstadt. Okay? That's all she does. So that passive is kind of useless in my opinion, because the unique resources you need, you already know where they are and mark them down. Let's be real. I mean, if you haven't done that yet, then it's about time. Just use an interactive map. So, we were talking about should you summon her. In my opinion, and yeah, it might be controversial, no, you shouldn't. And while she's definitely a bit more of a fun character, in my opinion has one of the greatest design. She is not a creepy old man dressing up as a little boy or, I don't know, some lustful woman. She is actually just a cute girl with a pretty amazing Kid Goku-like T-pose when running. So that's definitely a big up for her design-wise in my opinion. But if you're not some crazy person or some poor addict spending all of his money, her power comes a lot from constellations. Just check out this. While under the effect of Sparks and Splash, other members of the party will continuously regenerate energy. She basically just has to activate it, and your team charges up their ultimates. Okay, the 10% pyro damage bonus ain't too crazy. You probably would run her with one other pyro character, so yeah, I guess switching to your pay-to-win D-look as well, if you have all of them, sure, go nuts, dude. But yeah, that's not too big, but there is so much more. Check out this. If Klee leaves the field during the duration of Sparks and Splash, her departure triggers an explosion that deals 555% of her attack as AoE pyro damage. Jesus Christ. That's one of the freaking biggest multipliers I've ever seen, and all you have to do is switch. Like, damn. Okay, so that is a gigantic thing that you only unlock per constellation. You increase your damage further by decreasing by defense by 23%, which is also a big number that I haven't seen yet. And, well, there is another extra damage reaction that is happening if you attack the enemy. You're able to just get a Sparks and Splash, but 120% of it going. So, in my opinion, she gets insane with constellations. But me, I haven't even gotten one 5-star. Did you get dupes of 5-star without spending insane amounts of money? No character is worth that amount of money. Let's get that out straight. None of them are, and none of them ever will be, okay? Okay, with that out of the way, you probably would get her once with your pity summon if you saved and didn't get Venti like I did. But for that, I believe she's not great enough. However, the opinion of me, if you should summon her, is her design and her playstyle being a bit more than just running in there and left clicking, you know? She's not your running in and left clicker. You run around, you get that spark going, then you use your charged attack. And that's how you play her, which is, in my opinion, a much more fun playstyle than most of them. But hey, that's just my opinion. If you want to see more of my opinions, definitely come to my live stream on Trovo. I'll be streaming this game a lot. I'll do some World of Warcraft and League of Legends as well. But hey, it depends on how many of you people show up. I'll play more Genshin. Well, that's going to be it. We're just going to do this trial now. See her numbers, I will fool around a little bit, and I'll see you on the next one. Save your gems and definitely save your wallet. Save your wallet, don't spend money on Klee unless you are one rich motherfucker. Then, I mean, probably go ahead. But on the other side, also with having a lot of money, you should not support too much of the gacha madness that is going on in the gaming market. So hey, I'd say save it. Save it, save yourself, and then partially also save some gaming. Alright, I see you next time. You can find me on Insta, Twitter, everywhere, definitely though on the stream. Alright, now just for a little bit of gameplay here. So, we're gonna get that spark going first. You see that little spark here? It's also a 4-leaf Glover that's running around me. Now we are not using any stamina for the charge attack. Now we don't have one. Boom, stamina used. Just as reference, okay? Boom. And now, yeah, 5,000 crit. She has pretty insane stats, of course, I guess. Actually, now that we see this, let me actually check what they gave her here. Yeah, that's insane. That's just, she has gotten, don't let yourself be fooled here, guys. So this is obviously trying to sell you something. 50% crit rate and 72% crit damage from, like, runes that are not giving you any crit rate or crit damage in their set pieces are incredible runes. And probably the runes are also all full attack or whatever. So they have obviously given her some good stuff, some good rolls on the rules. So keep that in mind. Normally you don't do as much crit damage as you do here right now. Not crit damage. The crit damage is fine. I mean, the crit rate is pretty damn out there. So yeah, let's just see this a little bit. You see, it's just all working automatically. You don't have to do anything basically. There we got our charge again. Boom. Well, probably would like some Noelle here. Noelle's shield is just one of the best things in the fucking game, man. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, this, as I said before, you have to like move around a little bit with her. She's not your straight up go into the enemy's face kind of character. You place your little mines here. Now you might then want to move behind those mines so you can auto attack a little bit. Definitely you can maximize the damage by increasing your skill. Hey, that's something in a pay to win game, huh? A little bit of skill. You guys know about that? She's pretty adorable though. I mean, definitely design-wise, one of the best in my opinion. Of course, after Lisa. Oh, yeah. But yeah, I guess there's not too much to it in this, because we're only fighting slimes and some really low class things. We would probably want to try her out in the abyss and see her by someone. Yeah, the opportunity to look for that will be very, very little, but you should, what I can recommend you, find maybe a streamer who's playing with Klee but is not a weird, like, crazy pay-to-win guy. No, like someone who only has one of her and is playing her in the Spiral Abyss, as the Spiral Abyss is the only really place to highlight player skill and character strength, since every other content of the game can be done. Yeah, you can basically win everything of the game with Amber, and Amber is trash. Another thing on why I wouldn't summon for Klee, by the way, is Xiaoling is, in my opinion, very good unit that everyone has. So when I'm doing things like this, I'm speaking to free-to-play players and not to, I don't know, millionaires. So you guys have Xiaoling. She's a pretty good fire character, and if you even happen to have Diluc, then you have Xiaoling and Diluc. Do you really want to use your pity summon for Klee, another fire character? Probably not. I'd say wait for the next bigger content update with your summons and hope for a cool character there. Maybe Zhongling or Child is coming out. We'll see. I'd say wait for them, even though her design is pretty damn adorable. That's going to be it. You can definitely check out my stream right now in the description. And until next time, I'd say goodbye.